Time for Married to Medicine. I'm in my bedroom with the lights completely off. The only light that's on is there is no light. It's just my computer, right? That's it. But let's get into Married to Medicine. So, the girls are in New Orleans pretty much, and they're on the way to a swamp tour. And while they're on the bus, Contessa and Heavenly go back and forth yet again. And let me tell y'all something. I've never liked Dr. Lucifer since she's been on this show because A, I feel like she's unfunny. She does way too much. She speaks out of turn and she says way too much. I think I said she says way too much before, but she does way too much as well. And I just think that she's just unorthodox, to be quite honest. And I just don't like her. A lot of people like Heavenly, but I just don't fuck with her. And I'm glad that somebody finally is on the show that can just juice her ass the fuck up because she don't know what to say when Contessa be juicing her ass. Real talk. Because half of these girls on the show don't know how to juice her. Jackie is the only one that's the closest one that knows how to juice her ass. But Contessa be juicing her the fuck up, and she don't know how to take it. All she can do is just be the fuck quiet and say, I'm trying to be a better Heavenly. I'm trying to be a better person. Yeah, bitch. After she done juiced your ass. But that's neither here nor there. They get to the swamp tour. And Jackie is completely and utterly disgusted by this damn swamp tour. She don't want to be around no snakes. She don't want to be around no motherfucking crocodiles. And let me just tell you the truth. As tough as y'all see me on camera, I am terrified of snakes. Snakes is probably my biggest fear. My biggest fear. Fear completely is snakes. I hate snakes. I don't give a damn if it's a garden snake, a rattlesnake, a fucking anaconda. I don't give a damn what kind of snake it is. I can't fuck with it. I cannot fuck with it. Like snakes scare the shit out of me. And I never forget one day. And y'all know I always get into storytelling in the midst of my videos. I remember one day, me and my sister was walking to free lunch one day and we were like 13 and 11. It was the summertime, so they would have free lunch at the elementary school around the block from us. So me and my sister decided, okay, we're gonna go to free lunch one day. So me and her were walking to free lunch, and this dude drove past us and hurled the snake out the window. When I tell you, I damn near cried on the way home. That shit sticks with me. I had a dream, a reoccurring dream about that same nigga throwing that snake out that window. That shit was fucking scary. Seriously. And that amplified my fear of snakes. So, and it was a yellow snake too. A yellow rattlesnake. Oh my god. Just to talk about it just makes me wanna it makes me cringe. Oh my god. But yeah, Jackie is completely scared. She don't want to have nothing to do with it. And then when the crocodile was on the way over there, she got scared as fuck, and I would have got scared too, honestly, because snakes is already my biggest fear, but a damn crocodile, I don't want to be near no motherfucking crocodile. Period. Like that ain't even it for me. No sir, no ma'am, no girl. Mm. So then we get back. They get back to the room, and the next thing you know, Mariah is here. And honestly, y'all, I don't like Mariah. She look like an old ass woman, and her edges are always crunchy. But she does bring something to the show. But I just don't fuck with her. And everybody thinks that everybody's jealous of that bitch. And everybody ain't jealous of Mariah. Mariah just has done a lot of things to people, and she's not owning up to that. Real talk. She's offended so many people and she ain't owning up to it. That's just what it is. So she invites the girl. So she arrives, and next thing you know, Heavily walks in. Didn't even see Mariah right there. Simone walks up and Mariah gets up and she hugs him. And nobody knows how to react because ain't nobody seen Mariah in a long time. So they really don't know how to take her. So the next thing you know, she hugs Quiet. Quiet ain't really receiving a hug at all. And it's like, whatever. So the girls are not too thrilled to see Mariah. And rightfully so. I mean, the last time they seen her, she was on that fuck shit at the reunion. She was talking about everybody, doing everybody dirty, blah, 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 blah. So, Toya really think that everybody was just gonna be up in arms and welcome her back with open arms and act like nothing never happened when that's not the case. Some shit did go down, and just because she's in the house don't mean that everybody got to get over it just that fast. So when Mariah wanted to sit on the bed, Quiet said, "You can't sit on our bed." And then she turned around and be like, "Girl, you can sit on the bed. I don't really care about that. You know, we used to be friends." And I'm like, "Quiet, girl. Did you really have to do that?" It was unnecessary. It's like you starting with her. And like I understand why you don't really fuck with the bitch, but girl, stop. You doing way too much and you being so pressed and so motherfucking bothered, bitch. That's what you doing. Now I'm normally on your side on a lot of things, but girl, you being real petty. Go somewhere and sit down, bitch. For real. So, in the midst of the whole petty thing with Mariah and Quad, you know, everybody wants to try to get along with Mariah. Everybody wants to try to make the shit work out. You know, she's here on the trip. Might as well try to make it work out. You know what I'm saying? So then we get into Jackie. She wants to bring Contessa and Heavenly together because Contessa was basically saying that she was ready to leave New Orleans. She was ready to take her ass back to Atlanta because she really don't want to be near Heavenly. She don't want to be in her space. She don't want to be around Heavenly because Heavenly brings out the worst in her. And Heavenly would bring out the worst out of anybody, to be quite honest. So I don't want to be in her space either. That's just one of them bitches out. One of them bitches I just wouldn't want to be in her fucking space. Bottom fucking line. So Jackie bring them together and they bury the hatchet for now. I know they're gonna get into it again. It never fails. So Jackie and Quad, they talk about their marital issues, and you know, Jackie, Quad was like, "Well, I've been dealing with some things in my marriage." Jackie was like, "Well, I've been married for 15 years, and things happen." And then, Quad was like, "Well, I've been with Greg for 5 years, and I'm having a bit of a challenge." And so that's when Jackie started asking her what are the challenges, what's the issues, what's going on. Quad doesn't feel loved by her husband. She really doesn't feel loved by her husband. She doesn't feel appreciated by her husband. But at the same time, I don't think her husband feels appreciated by her either. To be honest. That brings me back to the part that I just skipped right across. And that's when Heavenly pretty much made Quad feel like shit when she basically blamed her for her marital issues. She said maybe Greg is feeling the way that he's feeling because you don't want to give him a child. As true as that was, Heavenly could have worded that a little bit better or said it in a more pleasant tone, because maybe she would have received it better. But Heavenly don't know shit about no pleasant tone. Heavenly just don't have no clout about herself anyway. So really, what do you really expect here? Come on now. So, that's what it is. But, that could be what it is. And that bring me back to Jackie and Quad talking about that. What Heavenly said is not necessarily a lie. He do want a baby. You've been married to the man for 5 years and you won't give him a child. Now, if you ain't ready for a child, then just say that. But at the same time, if you've been married to a motherfucker for half a decade and you still ain't giving him a child, it comes off as fucking selfish. At the end of the day, when you're married to someone, it's all about compromising. And you knew it was about a compromise when you got with him. When you married him, it was all about a compromise pretty much. So at the end of the day, you got to compromise with this man and get him what he wants, which is a child. But you won't give it to him. And he probably don't feel appreciated because he feel like he been taking care of your ass, but you won't even give him what he really wants, and that's a child. So if you married this man, did y'all ever have a conversation about having kids? Did you ever tell him that you didn't want to be a parent? It got to be something. So it ain't just on him. It's on you and Greg. It ain't just on Greg. And it ain't just on you. It's on both of y'all. Because both of y'all aren't appreciating each other. The girls come together for a talk. And, they talk about putting all the issues on the table in regards to Mariah and how if they're going to enjoy the trip or wait till they get back to Atlanta to solve the issue. Heavenly said she doesn't hold grudges and she wants to put the issues on the table. Jackie said it's going to be a challenge with her and it's going to be a challenge with Simone as well. So while Mariah was saying that she apologized to everybody, that's when Quad stood up and said, "We have all witnessed you apologize and you go back and you do the same shit all over again." Which is true because at one point in time, Quad did reach out to Mariah, and she did try to several things, settle things with Mariah after her miscarriage, and she did try to come along and try to be the bigger person, but Mariah wasn't trying to hit it at first. Mariah went right back and shaded her ass all over again. Then just last season, she started telling all the business. So who really knows what that is? They instantly get into an argument. But yeah, the season is getting better and better and better, but it wasn't really boring at all. This episode wasn't boring, as well as the last episodes. They weren't boring either. They always shit on the Housewives of Atlanta, to be honest with you. But that's my review on Married to Medicine. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share my video. All my social media is at the bottom. And I love y'all. Bye bye.